What's up guys, Kevin Cage back with another cryptocurrency update. If you'd like to see a step-by-step tutorial of this free crypto tracker that's available in the top of this video description, I encourage you guys to stick around and let's get into it. So before getting started guys and showing you step by step how to set this up from scratch, I just want to give a massive shout out and thank you to Martin Volk for creating all of this. So this is only the main page, you have not seen anything yet. He whipped this spreadsheet out in a relatively quick time, and I just appreciate him making this free for the community. So if you guys do anything, please follow this gentleman. Extremely underrated, has provided tons of infographics, long threads that are very informative for the community to better understand crypto as a whole. So let's dive in. We're going to start blank, but I just want to show you and give you a little tease right now, and then we'll go step by step. So right here, this is just the main page. There's just a few sheets, these three, and then you have an instructions page. So we have crypto. You can see your overall portfolio, the balance, the allocation between assets. You can see the exchanges or wallets that your crypto are actually stored on. And you know, today typically I know a lot of us sometimes use apps like Blockfolio to keep track of our portfolio. Some of us use our own private Excel sheets or maybe on Google Sheets. I keep calling it Google Slides. And yeah, it's helpful, but I like this one because this is almost an all-in-one solution. You can even further compartmentalize or categorize these assets into a few categories here, such as yield farming, stable coins, consensus mechanisms. I thought that was pretty clever. And so we have this main page, correct, with the real-time price feeds from CoinMarketCap. And of course, a lot of people do this, and I found this to be helpful, is you can have short-term targets, you know, the percent you want to cash out, mid-term, long-term, etc., and really gauge, you know, how quickly you can get to your first $1 million, your first $10 million. So a man with a plan is always more prepared, and I found this to be extremely helpful. And then all this is where you're going to start off and actually just fill in the exchanges, and they're all drop-down menus. We have everything available, and then you can type in the specific crypto that you're interested in, and then just put your holdings. So Binance will walk through all of this from, you know, blank or from scratch, and I think you're going to enjoy this. So first things first, of course, you're going to follow Martin. Then when we click here, notice it says view only. So what we're going to do is have to make a copy of this slide so that obviously all of your information stays private. You're not inputting any crypto holdings that people can see. That's of utmost importance. So step one, super simple, follow Martin if you can. Step two, in order to change anything, you will need to make a copy of this Google Sheet. This is so that the original stays untouched for others to use, but also so that people do not accidentally fill in their crypto holdings in a document that others can see, okay? So what we're gonna do now is go to File, and we're just gonna make a copy right here. And we can open it, change the name, put it wherever you want. We're just going to whip this out and throw some numbers and some random cryptos in there to kind of gauge it and show you guys what we can do here. So now that I've made a copy and this is on my Google Drive, I can actually edit it, input all the information, and I'm not worried about anybody else seeing it. Next, the next thing you will need to do is make it possible for your Google Sheets to connect to CoinMarketCap's API. This is super simple, and we will talk you through the process here. This will make it possible to automate the price updates. That way, you won't have to keep updating the sheet on a constant base or consistent basis. All you will have to do is run the API connection. And this is just with a free add-on or extension, so we're going to show you exactly here. So notice he has add-ons right here and even points it out for us. Mine is actually under extensions, so I'm going to click extensions, and you'll click add-ons, and notice I already have the API connector. But what we're going to do, hypothetically, to find it, is we're going to go get add-ons. We're going to go up here, API connector, and it will be this one by Mixed Analytics. So we're going to click this guy. You can install it, and then you're good to go. And if you'd like, you can even launch it. So now, after doing that, we're going to follow the steps. So in the new window that opens, type API connector, okay? And you added this, beautiful. And so in the future, we're going to come back to this step. But when you go to extensions or add-ons, go to add-ons, and then API connector, and we're going to open it. So I'm just going to open it for now, and we're going to leave it there. And next, we have to get the API from coinmarketcap.com. All right. So next, we need to get the API from CoinMarketCap, which you can get right here. So he has everything linked, super simple. So we're just going to click this bad boy, get your API key now. So I know some of you probably already have a CoinMarketCap.com account. I just created a new one right here, super simple. And then when you log in, not this one, right here, there's my API key. So remind me to blur this out so nobody, so nobody sees it. But we're going to copy this guy. We're going to go back. And so now we're going to go, let's see, right here. So you may have to sign up for this. This is all completely free. Get the generate the key. Good. And now we have the key copied. Next up, now that you have the API connector installed as well as have gotten the API from CoinMarketCap, the next step will be to set up the connection. In the menu at the top, click add-ons, followed by API connector. So of course what we showed you, extensions or add-ons. Then you go here and we're just going to open that sucker, which is already open right here. And then you need to fill in the fields with the information provided in the blue with the exception for your API key, which is that actual code that I just copied from CoinMarketCap. And this is where you're going to fill in the API key that you have generated in step 3. All right, so let's see what we have. First, we're going to go over here and we're going to click Create under the API connector. And so now this is where I'm going to essentially fill all my information, such as the API key. And then once we run it, we're good to go. And we have those constant price feeds all the time. So now when we put in crypto, it'll tell us the real-time price of XRP, of Algo. Extremely helpful. I know a lot of people do this, but I feel like a lot of newcomers could really benefit from this. So we're going to go up here. It says method, okay? And we're going to make sure it says get. We're already good. It says get. Next, API URL path, so we're going to paste that in. But before that, since I already have my API key right there, we're going to go to, well, actually, I'll go in order for you guys. So we have get. Now we're going to get this guy. You can just, Control-C, copy that, and paste it right there. Next, under the headers, you need to add 2 new rows. Enter the first new key, okay? And then value right here. So notice headers. So we have the key, so this is the first one. So we're just gonna paste that one right there. And then my API key, we're gonna paste it right next to it. So we have to go back to that page. We're gonna copy that. And then we're gonna go right back here. As soon as I can find my sheet, I have so many tabs open. And we're gonna go right to the value now, because it's my API key, and I have to put that right there. Okay, now we're gonna put in accept under the key right here, and the application JSON. Okay. Next up, now we have authentication. It says none, so we're good there. Destination sheet, and it's CMC API. This is just based off of the lists right here. This is just so as spreadsheet can properly interact. You don't need to worry about that. So just make sure that this is exactly what we need under the destination sheet. And just Control V, or just paste that. And then right here, we're gonna go name, and it's right here. So now, we've confirmed all of this is filled in correctly, okay? So once again, we have the get, we have the URL path that was already provided, we have all of this inputted correctly just under the key, and then the value field, and this is my API key. And then we're gonna click save. So now, we click save, and then when we're ready to go, we're gonna click run. And so when you click run, you should be good to go, and notice in the requests, it's actually gonna show up right here, so I can always just click run. All right, so now that we are good to go there, and we have the CMC API actually ran successfully right there, we are good to go. You can exit out of this if you'd like. Anytime you want to reopen that, you're going to go to extensions or add-ons, and you're going to go right here and just open. And every once in a while, it may be a good idea if you ever get stuck, you can just refresh all now. That way it's just getting that live price feed, and we're refreshing all the requests, okay? So we're going to keep moving now that this is successfully connected. Step 6, the next thing to do is to fill in your crypto information in the exchanges used in crypto owned. So now we can actually input our specific crypto. So this is, I love how step-by-step this is for everybody. So we're gonna fill out this tab. This is just the normal sheet. And so let's just pick up, let's just choose a few exchanges. So let's do, Coinbase or Coinbase Pro. Let's do Binance. Let's do Uphold. We're gonna get like a good amount. All right, KuCoin, Hotbit, what else, guys? Whoops. Make sure I click that, and everything's in the drop-down menu, so that's what I like most. Let's see, what else do we have? Bitrue. I want to get a good amount, just so we can actually go through all of this. Let's do MetaMask. So now we can pick a few cryptos, guys, that are being held on this exchange. So for Coinbase, we could say, let's say we're holding some Stellar. And so the reason we're not using the ticker is because it's based off of CoinMarketCap. So when you're on CoinMarketCap, it's going to go by the actual name, not the abbreviation. So for Ethereum, we're actually just going to type in Ethereum, not ETH, because some assets actually have the same abbreviation. So just not to confuse that, okay? So we'll do Stellar. We can do Algorand. We can do, maybe that's on Binance. What if we have more on Coinbase, such as, let's do Zcash. Let's do Filecoin. And maybe on Binance we have that. Maybe we have some Uniswap. Maybe we have some Ethereum. Uphold, maybe we just have a massive amount of XRP. Bitrue, maybe you have XDC, or let's do Gala. We'll add Gala, and then MetaMask. Maybe we just have some Ethereum there, or some other ERCs. All right, and then we can actually input these specific quantities. So these are just arbitrary numbers. Let's say 50,000. Let's say Algorand. We'll say another 50,000. Keep it clean. XRP. We'll say 100,000. Gala. Let's say 500,000. It's still a little guy. And then Ethereum. Let's say we have 4 on MetaMask. And then maybe Zcash, we're just going to say 100. Uniswap, let's do 20. Filecoin, we can say 200. And Ethereum, let's do 5. Not much there, okay? So, now we have the input. And now if you have more crypto on Coinbase Pro, he left us plenty of space. You can just go all the way to the right and just keep inputting it. That shouldn't be an issue. And now, notice when we go from here and we click main, it's updated in real time. So we can see our allocation, the portfolio balance, the exchanges. We have 3.7% on MetaMask. Thought this was really helpful. And notice we don't have anything over here for the stablecoins. So if we went back to this page of exchanges used, and we wanted to say we have, maybe on Binance or Binance US, we also have, USDC or Tether. So we can actually just add one right there. Let's do Tether, even though I should be saying USDC. And let's say $50,000 on the sidelines sitting in Tether. Okay, even though I'd prefer, obviously, USD coin. So we're going to go back to the main, and now it actually auto-populated right there. So I love that. And now we have all of this, but what happens if we wanted, what if we had some assets on Trust Wallet? Maybe we have Kava, QNT, some other asset on Trust Wallet. Well, what we can do is we're going to go over here to the sheets, and notice we can see exchanges and wallets. And the reason I'm doing this is because what happens if Trust Wallet's not here? Oh, he already added it. Okay. Let's do, does he have Exodus? Oh, he already has that. Okay. Well, beautiful. If they didn't have that, all you have to do is go over here to exchanges. We're going to click this one. And so now this list shows up. Normally, when you want to get rid of this, we're going to click and just click hide. Okay. But for now, we have this, and we wanted to add in a Trust Wallet or something that we didn't have, or some like new wallet that's maybe brand new. So hypothetically, let's just call it, Atomic or something. And what you can do is when you're done there, we're just going to come up here and click, and then just sort A to Z. And now it adds that to the list. So we don't need that added now. But if you needed to add anything, same thing for crypto. Okay, so we have Exodus, we have all these wallets added, beautiful, and you can see the actual updated targets. But now, have you noticed something else? Why doesn't Gala have a price feed? Well, the thing with this actual API and why it's all free is because this can actually only go on CoinMarketCap on the first 100. So it's going through all the 100 assets, and that's the catch really, is that you can get all of these assets in real time, but the only downside is any assets that are outside of the 100, you'll have to manually input, which isn't a huge deal. So ideally, I could just go to Gala, see the current going rate. We'll click Gala, and just 2.5 cents. So we're going to copy that. And what we'll do is I could just manually input it. Now notice that this does have a formula here, but it's all good. We can just copy and paste this and make sure it is values only. And now we have real time for that, okay? And now this, notice Stellar lost the equation. So what we'll do is this has the formation, or the equation I should say, and we'll just drag it up. So boom, so Stellar, we have real-time price, we have Gala, we're good to go. And anytime you wanted to just manually input that, you can, and just keep in mind, you can always drag and drop. So if I said, oh wait, well I want that equation, I'm just gonna drag that. Okay, so you have the equation again. Let's just say Gala is 3 cents for now. So now we're good there. In any asset that you need to add, it's the same concept. So now we have this as the sheet. We can hide this guy. And if we wanted to go to the other private sheets that he's made for us, what if we needed to add a specific crypto that we don't have? So we're going to click cryptocurrencies, and you can do the same thing. So I mean, you could add, whatever you wanted. Hypothetically, let's say it's Constellation or something. So let's say you're adding Constellation. And then all you're going to do is click out of that. You're going to click here and just hit sort A to Z. Okay. So actually, let me get up here. You got to highlight it. And then you're going to click sort A to Z, and then you're good to go. So just so you guys understand that. And then whenever you're done with these lists, because remember, these are not viewable. These are just where everything, all the data is essentially sent from. So we'll just click here, and we're going to click hide sheet. So what we've done so far is we've named our exchanges or wallets that we have in all of our crypto. And if you have a bunch, you can just keep naming those cryptos and quantities on the right. And all of this information goes right into the main. So this is beautiful. And then what else did Martin add actually for functionality? And I've already explained the price feeds, how to add wallets and cryptos. So all that's left is this. So we can see all of our crypto holdings are inputted here, and now we need some targets. So we're going to pick some arbitrary numbers. Let's say, what's algo at $1.20 today maybe? Let's say our first target is $3, and we're going to sell, let's do 20% at $3. Next, let's say next target would be, let's say $10, all right? And then you can cash out, so we have 20%, let's do maybe 50%, get a big bulk out. And then long term, let's say that algo goes to $100. So we're going to cash out, and we can just cash out the remaining, or we can do, 20% and leave some for life, whatever you want. But for this example, we'll just do the remaining 30, okay? So beautiful. So now you can see your short-term target at $3. You sold 20% of your existing position, and your existing position is all available right here, okay? So you can see the portfolio balance of a 50,000 algo. So we actually calculated everything. If you sold only 20% of your 50,000 at $3, you get about $30,000 right there. Next target for the remaining, you get about $250,000. And then right here, if you held for, life or a $100 target potentially, you could sell out and get 1.5 million. So all in all, you can see the total cashed out right there. Now we're going to add a few other cryptos. So let's do Filecoin. Let's say that, what are we at, 120? Let's say we go to 200, and we're going to cash out 10% just because we believe in the project long term and see all the backing by the institutional investors. Next target, let's say it's 600. And we're going to sell 60%, just random numbers just to play with the functionality. So we have about 70% now, and then we'll hold the rest 30% for life. And so now, oops, that's $30, 30%. And we're going to sell this guy at, let's do 2,000. Just because I think long-term Filecoin, if successful in the years ahead, maybe in the next 5 years, maybe it can go 4 digits, so we'll see. But overall, right here, you can see the overall amounts and your yield overall. So really like this, guys. I hope you enjoyed this, and remember, the instructions go step by step explaining all of this. I just wanted to play with this, and what's most important is this: do not change this black field, this font. You're always just going to want to, you can highlight these and then delete those, but do not change any of this. They have the formulas. If you ever mess up, keep in mind you can just drag and drop the formula and copy and paste it, so we're all good to go. But anytime you want to change this, just change the blue. So he highlights the blue so you know. And I think this is really, really helpful. So any feedback you guys have whatsoever would be greatly appreciated. Again, Martin's page, you can give him any feedback via Twitter, DMs, whatever. And I'm going to be utilizing this. Now, I also forgot to mention, if you did want, live price feeds from all of the assets, you're going to have to just pay for the add-ons, and I'm not personally going to pay for it. I don't mind manually adding the price, like for Gala, since it's not in the top 100, yet at least. I don't mind manually adding the price, but if you wanted to be sure that, say, this app connector can go through and scroll through all the pages of the assets and go through, the top 200, top 300, top 500, then all you need to do is actually, there's a paid version. I think it's like $10 for the app connector. And you can do that, but I wanted to just find a way, and Martin wanted to find a way to make all of this completely free for everybody. So I thought this was super helpful. So all in all, guys, I hope you enjoyed this one. Hopefully this wasn't too dragged out, and I believe that it covered everything that I needed to. If you have any feedback, please let me and Martin know, and I will catch you in the next video.